The Wall Street Journal is an invaluable resource for students like me. It offers relevant, actionable information for my classes
that not only helps me understand important issues happening in the world,
but how they also impact business, markets, and people.
Plus, by reading WSJ, I feel like I'm a part of a global community that is ambitious, intelligent, and successful.
As a student, I have a lot to juggle.
But reading WSJ is easy if you know what to do.
First, I read the What's News section.
In just 5 minutes,
I'm up to date on the day's most important economic and political headlines.
In 30 minutes, I have all the global news I need from Section A of the paper, or on the homepage of WSJ.com.
The Wall Street Journal app mobile alerts keep me abreast of breaking news and hot-button topics around the clock.
When I need to prep for a job interview, Marketplace and Money and Investing arm me with
in-depth business coverage and analysis on a particular industry, its key players and companies.
So when I'm asked those tough questions, I'm always ready with smart, informed answers.
After a crazy week of classes, I kick back with Off Duty and WSJ Magazine to brush up on everything culture and lifestyle related.
WSJ even saves me time. Based on my classes and career path, I can customize emails and alerts with my journal.
And receive weekly wrap-up emails specific to my interests.
For me, WSJ is a great tool that helps me achieve success. But don't just take my word for it. Listen to what other students are saying.
89% say reading the journal makes them feel confident and prepared.
77% say the journal helps them prep for job interviews.
If you want to get ahead and stay informed, start reading WSJ today.
Not a subscriber? Go to WSJ.com/student offer. For subscription changes or questions, email educational.services@dowjones.com.
Life is changing, media consumption habits are changing, the landscape is changing quite dramatically. The odds are on the next David Ogilvy being Chinese or Indian. The Wall Street Journal is a vital part of my life or my business life. The Wall Street Journal is a very good way of understanding what's going on in the world internationally, globally, and absorbing information for your particular area. It really is important to understand what's going on in many industries and many countries. I think young entrepreneurs should read the journal, and indeed other sources, to be fair, but they should read the journal to be informed about what's happening. I think it sparks a lot of ideas. I mean, I sort of get my best ideas when I'm in a relaxed frame of mind. So you input all the information, and often if you're in the shower or having a bath or whatever it is, an idea comes to you. You know, the best lesson that I've ever had is find something that you enjoy, build a reputation where people sort of respect what you've done in an area. And then if you want to go out and do something on your own, you know, entrepreneurially, do that. I am Sir Martin Sorrell, and I make time to read the Wall Street Journal.
My one motto would be, work hard, but pace yourself. My main focus as Deloitte's global CEO is to embed purpose in everything that we do and to make an impact that really matters. The Wall Street Journal is one of my most important sources of information on a daily basis. It provides me not only the news, it provides me with great analysis of the news. Whenever I have a moment, I read the journal on my iPhone or my iPad. My favorite section is the What's News section. I love business, I love the real estate section, and I love the opinion section. I'm a political geek, so reading the opinion section is, particularly in this environment, is very satisfying. I'm inspired every day by my colleagues, and I'm inspired by my family, my parents, my wife, my son. The formula for success is actually quite simple. You got to work hard, you need a little bit of luck, and you need mentors. I'm Puneet Ranjan, and I make time to read the Wall Street Journal.
I make time to read the Wall Street Journal. The Wall Street Journal keeps me informed. I'm inspired by the people I read about. There's so many sections that I love of the Wall Street Journal. I love WSJ Magazine. It's something I really look forward to on Sunday mornings, even though it comes out on Saturday. When you think about how well they cover fashion, culture, music, art, it's so interesting. They have such a fresh approach. The Tory Burch Foundation empowers female entrepreneurs through mentoring, entrepreneurial education, and small loans. And when I meet with them, we talk about the importance of being knowledgeable and informed. And I would definitely tell them to read the Wall Street Journal. I'm Tory Burch, and I make time to read the Wall Street Journal.
When I went to school, one of the first things that my business school professor said is that every day, just do yourself one big favor. Read the front page of the Wall Street Journal. And in my case, I don't start a day where I'm not online looking at the marketplace, the business, and the technology section. So whether I was a 17-year-old entrepreneur that wanted to understand how businesses operated, or I was going for my first dream job at 21 and needed to be on top of the things senior executives think about, all the way to becoming the CEO of SAP, the Wall Street Journal has been my friend along the way. The most important thing is intellectual curiosity. And if you're not intellectually curious enough to read the Wall Street Journal, I have to question how savvy you are about business. Every day, in a certain sense, is a renewal with the Wall Street Journal. Because every day there are things happening in the global economy, things that are shifting, new business models, new technologies, new companies that are coming to the forefront of the global economy. We have to be on top of that, week to week, month to month, quarter to quarter, literally, minute to minute. This contextual awareness that the Wall Street Journal brings executives is non-trivial. In fact, it's essential. I'm Bill McDermott, and I always make time to read the Wall Street Journal.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. Let me start by thanking you officially for joining us today. I think you probably see a lot of familiar faces out there, most friendly, most of them. And I would also note that you're getting here a little late. Congressman Paul Ryan is coming later. He's going to get here a little early. So if you guys overlap a little bit, maybe we could just get some problem solved right here. What do you think?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
It's your chance. We have talked amongst ourselves. I've tried to sort of take the sense of the room, and so I'm going to try to reflect some of the conversations that have been going on here in the questions I'm going to ask you. You'll not be stunned that I'm going to ask you about health care first. Right. You indicated there, and you've indicated publicly quite clearly, that the rollout has been difficult. What do you think you've learned from this experience about the government's ability to do this sort of thing, about the law itself, or about your own administration?
Well, there are a couple of things. Number one is that this has been a big problem for a very long time, and so it was always going to be challenging not just to pass a law, but also to implement it. Mm-hmm. There's a reason why, despite a century of talking about it, nobody had been able to successfully try to deal with some of the underlying problems in the healthcare system. The good news is that many of the elements of the Affordable Care Act are already in place and are working exactly the way they're supposed to. So making sure that consumers who have employer-based health insurance are getting a better deal and that are protected from some of the fine print that left them in the lurch when they actually got sick. That's in place. Making sure that young people under the age of 26 can stay on their parents' plan. That's helped 3 million children already. That's making a difference. Helping seniors to get better prescription drug prices. That's already helped millions of seniors and billions of dollars in savings. Rebates for people who see insurance companies who are not spending enough on actual care, more on administrative costs or profits. They're getting rebates. They may not know it's the Affordable Care Act that's giving them rebates, but it's happening. So there were a number of things that were already in place over the last 3 years that got implemented effectively.